Hello everybody, this is Vignesh here. As an ardent fan of DragonAge, I wanted to do a series of videos that covered several topics about the series, from lore history to characters. This is my first attempt in doing one, and I welcome all of your comments and criticisms as I strive to improve the quality of my work. Without further delay, let us dive right into a brief history of Thedas. The series of DragonAge takes place in the fictional world of Thedas, from the frosty peaks and the hunter haunts, the tangled jungles on Volume, the marvelous tunnels of Darwin construction called the Deep Roads. From these distant edges of Thedas to the center of chantry power in Val Royeaux, Thedas is a continent of constant turmoil. To get to know Thedas, we must look at its people, their choices, and their legacies. Thedas is home to several races, from humans to dwarves, elves, and even the Qunari. Thedas is no short of diversity, but it has its fair share of problems. The earliest points of available history points us to a time when humans did not exist and Thedas was ruled by elves on the surface and dwarves underground. When the humans finally arrived, we brought war and chaos, and with the rise of the Winter Imperium, the first true human empire, it had established its dominance over elves thanks to their worship of the old gods. Now the elves were forced to flee or be enslaved by those under the Imperium. At the peak of their power, the Winter Imperium had total control over most of Thedas until the Blight began. A group of magisters tried to enter the realm of the gods. For their sin, they were cast down and became the first Darkspawn. The old gods they worshipped were also cast down and locked in the underworld. These Darkspawn were driven to search for their old gods, and every time they found one, a blight would ensue. The first of the gods was Dumont, who took command of the Darkspawn army to lay siege to its dwarves before reaching the surface and nearly destroying all of humanity. In the most desperate of moments, a new group of warriors called the Grey Wardens were formed to combat the Darkspawn and ultimately end the first blight. The first blight had lasted for 100 years, greatly weakening the Imperium, and when the prophet Andraste led an army to attack the Imperium, it no longer had the resources or strength to protect itself. Andraste declared that magic must serve man and not rule over him, which was a direct challenge to its Tevinter way of life. Even the elves joined her, and together they brought the Imperium down to its knees. But before the final blow could be rendered, Mafrit, Andraste's husband, betrayed her and gave her to the Imperium. As Andraste was set on fire at the stake, the fuel and wrath of those that followed her only increased, and the faith in the cult of the Maker reached no bounds. At the start of the Divine Age, another dragon was discovered by the Darkspawn, which led to a second blight. Emperor Dracon of Orlais became humanity's new defender as he pushed the Darkspawn armies behind. His power and influence grew, and so too did the Chantry grow in the name of Andraste. Draken formed the Circle of Magi, who then used their magic alongside the Grey Wardens to bring about the end of the second blight. With the death of the Archdemon Zezikel, the second blight had finally come to an end. As the influence of Chantry spread across Thedas, even the Imperium converted. Although it wouldn't last long and would later split from the Chantry and call itself the Imperium Chantry, with different interpretations of magic's role in the society. Over the ages, 3 more blights ensued, and every time the Grey Wardens were the ones who stopped it before it consumed all of Thedas. The split of the Imperium also ensured a fight between Tevinter and Orlais, along with the Imperium's continued animosity against the Qunari. On the whole, Thedas has gone through a history of war and peace, where kingdoms have fallen and new ones have risen from its ashes. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. Thank you for all who are all here. Do subscribe if you'd like to keep up with all my videos, the next of which is going to be about the Exalted Marches. Also, any new topics for lore videos are welcome. You can comment in the video below and I shall prioritize that over my own list. Take care guys. Peace.